This is the second part of a 3-part series of how you can make money with your land, while buying land to wait before you sell it. What can you do with that land that can bring you money? Now, in this series, I'm going to be telling you what you can do with that land that you don't even have to spend, or you don't have to spend much, but then you can make money with that land while you wait. And in most cases, you can still get the land back to sell it. So it's like a win-win-win situation for you. That's what we'll do for you at Landwell Investment Limited. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about leasing, because most of all you're going to be doing is leasing. That's renting out your land to people for them to use for whatever purpose, and then they pay you rent and you get money. So the first one you can do is agriculture. You can lease out your land to farmers, and you can do this one no matter the size of the land, no matter where it is. As long as it's fertile, you can lease it out to farmers, and they would be farming on the land. People will be on the land, so you don't have to be scared of selling the land or anything like that. And in that way, you're also providing jobs for people. You can also rent out the land to florists, especially if it is close to the road. Florists are people who cultivate flowers, so you can rent out your land to people for them to cultivate flowers and sell. They are not really going to do much on the land. They're probably just going to build a small shed or something that they can remove from the land when you want to resell it, if you're going to resell it. You can also rent it out as a storage space for people to park stuff there, especially if you fenced it around and it has a gate to secure. You can rent it out to people for them to park whatever, maybe containers or something. In line with that, you can also rent out your land as a car parking space. If you live in an area where houses are built a lot and there are not a lot of space for people to park cars, because people that build houses nowadays, they build 16 flats and they don't make space for, even if they make space, at most each flat one car. You know that people will have more, or it will not be enough for everybody. So you can rent out your land for them to use it as a car parking space, and they collect money. And you don't even have to maybe jam and floor the land, or even if you have to, that's just the most you will do. If it's only sand, if the land is strong, people can still park their cars there like that. Then if you want to make extra cash, you can add a car washing service to that, so people just park it maybe overnight, their cars have been washed, the next morning you charge more. Or you can also use the land separately as a car wash. That will also fetch you money. So I hope you're finding things that you can use to make money. I hope you're jotting things down. I did not number this list because there's a lot. So I'm hoping you're finding something that has resonated with you that you can use for your land. If you've not, stick around. There's a lot more. Then you can also use the land as a sports field or a training ground. Like for people to just come and play football or train, just run around and all. There are many empty lands that people can, they collect money like per day or per training, not even per day, like per hour or 2 hours, you pay a certain amount of money to use the land to just train. And if the land is close to the roadside, there's a number of things you can do with it. You can rent it out to people like mechanics and welders. If you're renting out to a welder, they are not really going to do much or do much damage to the land. And most they will build a shed, something that you can remove if you want to use the land. But if you're renting out to mechanics, they use oils and all those things that can damage the land. Then you know that you can no longer use the land for agriculture, but you can still build on it if you want to use it later. You can also do outdoor advertising if the land is close to the road. There are PR companies that will pay you to set up a billboard there, and then people pay them to advertise and you collect rent while they set up the billboard. Like you don't even have to do anything. Just give them, okay, my land is here. They'll pay you, they'll set up a billboard and do all the other stuff. You can also use your empty land as an event center, even if it is still sand. Like there are some traditional marriages that they do in open spaces like that. There are other events too, like church programs. They'll just set up their stage, arrange chairs, and they'll do it in an open space like that. So you can use your empty land. You don't even have to do too much. Just sit down and you'll be collecting money. You'll have to event. But you cannot do this. If your land still has grass, you cannot do it. So you have to clear the land. If your land is close to the market area of that place, you can also add it as an addition to the market. Maybe you would make it a dedicated market. You would determine that, okay, only people that are selling so and so can stay here to sell. You can also use it as a space where farmers can bring their wares directly from the farm, and then they'll sell it to people who resell in that space. If it's close to the town area or the city center where activities are buzzing, you can rent it out as a garage or a bus park, maybe to a private bus service. Just let them stay there to offload and load passengers. Now this one I'm about to share with you is very profitable. If it is in a rural area and you know that cell phone service around there is very hard to get, you can rent out your land to a network service provider and they will come and set up a mast there. Where I said mast, the kind of money they will pay you is massive. Then you can also do business with your vacant land. Now this one requires a bit of money though. You can start up a solar panels farm where, since it's an open space, if it is where sunlight would reach it a lot, you can have a lot of solar panels and you'll be providing electricity to people around you and they get to pay you. People or companies and they'll pay you. Or you can start a firewood business if it is in the village, just harvesting firewood and the sell. So that's all for this video. With this long list, I'm sure you must have found something that you can do with that your vacant land. If you have not found, in the next video, which is the third part of this 3-part series, I'm going to be sharing some creative ideas that you can do with your vacant land. But you may have to use your money, or you can leverage other people's money. So thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, hit the like button as always, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified when we release the third part of this video.